Okay, in this one, I'm going to show you how we're going to take some images, resize them, take something that we don't like in them, take it out, and then we're going to use it for our thumbnail. In this case, what I have is I've got Canva open. I like to use Canva because it's just super easy and simple to use, right? So we're going to upload some files. We've got to create stuff. We got to put stuff on top of them. We got to put our face in them, all that kind of stuff. So this gives us a really cool way to do that in a and using some tools that we all have access to. Then what we're going to do is grab that. Let me see it. Go to my uploads. All right, here it is. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 uploads. Now this particular talk happens to be on selling, right? And it's this concept of never being sold again. So that was the title of the YouTube video that I'm doing. It's because I came on and I talked about not liking sales and salespeople are terrible and all this kind of stuff, but sales drives everything. So here it is. All right, let me go ahead and do this. Watch this. I'm going to go ahead and put this over. And if you notice, the image is not quite big enough, right? So this is I think 1280 by 720. All right. So the YouTube size, but it comes over a different size. Now, oftentimes we can ask our AIs to put it in a very particular size. Not all of them comply, so we have a problem. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and put this as the background. So I'm going to go ahead, right click, and then set as background. Now I want to see if it doesn't do a bad job of putting the whole image in there. Now this is if you notice, this is a very realistic image. I had to use a very specific AI to get this image. DALL-E doesn't handle it, and a lot of the other ones doesn't handle it. But if we got this, all right, that's decent. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a page. I like that one, so we're going to go back to our designs and we're going to put in the next one. All right, so that one. Now we have this one. Now what I'm going to do is the same thing. I'm going to go ahead and put that as the background. All right, you see what it's doing? It's cutting them off, and I don't like that part. So let's go ahead and reverse out of that. We may have to try to size it ourselves if it's possible. Sometimes that does a worse job. So when we do this, okay, that's not too bad, right? So we got somebody in this end, we got somebody on this end, we got a little something going on down here. All right, we might be able to get away with that one. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and add that. Next, let's do the next one. Now, if you notice, the first one wasn't too bad. It kind of got everybody in. It's cutting that guy's head off. It's got a little face here, but maybe I don't want all of them in there anyway. I just want the image showing somebody being sold. All right, so let's do it again. Let's go to our uploads. Let's find the next video that we're going to put in here. So we're going to drop that one in. Let's see how it looks as an image set as background. All right, that's terrible. All right, so that's not going to work. So we may have to do something like this. Now, the bad thing is that a lot of the AIs just won't give you the size that you're looking for. Okay, that's not bad. All right, so we had to size it a little bit. That one's pretty good. I like that. So let's go ahead and add another page. So now I've got 4 pages here, and we're going to go ahead and do a couple of things here. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one's not bad. I like that one. Let's see what it looks like if we made it as the background. Okay, all right, not too bad. They cut off his head a little bit, but that's okay. But let's try it a different way. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's see if we can get a different image. All right, so we sized it ourselves. We got the 2 people in there. Okay, we are able to do a better job. It's showing somebody being sold, right? Two people here. So, okay, next one. Let's go ahead and see what we come up with this one. All right, so we've got this last one here. This is actually the one I really like. Now, I've used different AIs to create this, but try it that way. All right, and if you notice, sometimes the AIs don't do the best job, but this is not too bad. I can cut off his head a little bit, perhaps. If there's a laptop or something like that. Okay, so now what we have is we've got 5 opportunities to create thumbnails from. Now, I'm going to use 3 of these. I'm going to use probably this one. Let me try something else because I did this as the image as a background. Okay, that's okay. I'm going to use that. So now what I have a chance to do is then bring in some text, and then I'm going to say, you know, never be sold. I'm going to look at what the actual title is going to be. Don't be fooled, don't be sold. So what I'm going to do for that is I'm going to look at what I am using to help me come up with some of the titles themselves. All right, now these are going to be searched out, and I'm going to use this app here. All right, here is the title we're going to be talking about, The Real Reason You Hate Being Sold. Okay, now that's interesting. I actually like that title, so I may end up using that. The real reason you hate being sold to. That's fabulous. And how to fix it. So now we're going to be offering opportunities for people, right? But on the thumbnail itself, now I'm going to use this as the title on YouTube, right? For this particular channel, I've got multiple channels. So I'm going to use this. I'm going to probably use a little bit of these down here: objective handling, sales training, sales insight. So I'm going to look into some of the other tags and keywords that it gives me, right? So towards more sales. So now that way I can look into each one of these and see how many times it's searched out. That's really, really good. I'll leave in the description field, I'll leave a link to this app. It's awesome. You're going to love it. I will train you on it if you get it through me, because I am an affiliate for this product. But as you notice, I'm not just selling products. No, I'm literally using the products. And you know, there's probably not a product that I present to you that I don't personally use. So, okay, I've got some opportunity here. So we're looking at some things here. All right, they're giving me some titles. The real reason you hate being sold. That's good. All right, it gave me a little bit of a description here. It's telling me that this title is 100%, so 100% likely to get clicks. That's really good. It's also giving me consultative selling skills. So, all right, I'm going to attract people in the sales world with this one. And then Rob and I on the video are talking about it. Here's my transcript. I get that. That app does all of that. All right, so you see what we're doing here. Now what we're going to do next is we're going to put on this video that title. Not necessarily, no, we won't put the same title. We'll put something that looks reasonably like it. Okay, so we, instead of saying the real reason you hate being sold and how to fix it, I'll say never be sold to again, or something like that on the title. And then that is also consistent with the metadata in the video itself. Okay, I know I'm going down a rabbit hole, but that becomes the opportunity that we have to now use AI to come up with the titles for us. That's the key part. Let AI do what it does best. Come up with titles. It's going to go out there and search things that then give us the real and good titles that we can use. It's going to give us our chapters. It's going to give us some extra keywords. Now, I got some videos coming up and some ones that I have just posted about how to take this information. The fact that you can see what something is already being searched for, and we're going to go absolutely bonkers with creating content around that. I've got some other apps that's going to help us with that, and then you can do it some on yourselves. You know how I do. I tell you, I show you the tools. At this channel, I show you the tools. I'm going to show you the tips, the tricks, everything. And then what we do next is we come up with the ones that we see that are the highest volume. Now look at this one. This one says it has a 53,000 searches a month. This is stuff that we absolutely need to be creating content around. So what this is going to do is we're going to put this in a newsletter, or we're going to put it in I like to call them blog letters, right? Put it in a blog letter. It's going to attract attention because people are already searching for it. And then it's going to get over to the video. They're going to see the video. And then that becomes where we're going to make piles and piles of money. All right, let me get into more of this. I'll get back to you with the next video.